Look, I'm just tired of it. I'm just so tired of Garfield.
We should watch that with Ashley and Sushi. Feel the vibes, it's a night so lush.
Revenge. Absentee fathers. Cow romance.
The Garfield movie.
Yes. It's, we gotta be honest with you. We hated it. It's very bad.
All I have to say is I had to rewatch this like last night and I couldn't put myself through it. It took like 2 tries and I finally got through it, the second viewing of it.
Yeah.
But man, let me start off hashtag not my Garfield. But yeah, can you give a breakdown of
so our film
this movie,
today,
details?
and I don't know if film's the right word to use, it is Garfield 2024. There are other Garfield movies with...
I think this one's just called The Garfield Movie.
The Garfield movie. Yeah, there's other ones with Bill Murray, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So it was directed by a dude named Mark Dindal. I don't know him. Who is he? I could have looked it up, but I didn't. So the budget was $60 million, and the box office was kind of insane. It was $1.3 billion.
What?
Yeah. It's earned $1.3 billion. Internationally.
I guess. Whatever.
I mean, it's a cartoon character.
No, and it's got Garfield in the name, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So the film stars Chris Pratt, who we know had a big hit with the Mario Brothers movie, which was very cute.
Look, I have to apologize to Chris Pratt because I wasn't... look, I was one of those people who ahead of Mario Brothers coming out, the Super Mario Brothers movie coming out, I was like, I can't see him doing this.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't bad. So I'll give him that. But this movie, like, I don't know. Who else is in it other than Chris Pratt doing the voices?
We got Samuel L. Jackson, always enjoyable, even when he's phoning it in. We got Hannah Waddingham, who is amazing. She's so good. She's we just saw her in Fall Guy. She was the
Samuel L. Jackson, by the way, is plays Garfield's dad,
right?
Vic. Spoilers, anyway. We'll get into it.
Yeah. And Hannah Waddingham is our villain, Jinx. Then we got Ving Rhames as Otto. Most importantly, we have John, who, kind of weirdly is played by Nicholas Hoult. Wouldn't be who I would think of for
He's
that.
like in everything. He's just like the everyman now, I swear.
And then my favorite in here is we've got Harvey, I think it's Guillen, thank you, from What We Do in the Shadows, who plays Odie, and he basically just goes,
He makes dog noises.
He makes dog noises, but good for him for getting a check, And then we've got Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg is in everything, and he's featured on everyone's songs. Do yourself a favor and look up international rappers who have Snoop Dogg features. I did it once for funsies. There's at least 10. So anyway, we're trying not to talk about the movie now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis from IMDb. And So IMDb says, after Garfield's unexpected reunion with his long-lost father, ragged alley cat Vic, he and his canine friend Odie are forced from their perfectly pampered lives to join Vic on a risky heist. So, I'm a little hungry, and I know that Sushi has a lot to say, so I'm just going to let him take over for a bit. I've got a snack here. I'm going to have some Impossible White Castles, and just let him purge some of his feelings on this film.
Look, I really wanted to like this movie. I went into it with a positive attitude because, as I mentioned earlier, I forgave Chris Pratt, or I took back my judgment of him, being a voice actor for these beloved franchises. But I think I was in the right this time I should have actually been a bit more critical going into it, because it was not great. And like, it's in the most egregious way possible too, because it's like, I don't know. Here's the thing. It's like Garfield is a beloved franchise. The character is not changed. Okay, it's based on a creation of Jim Davis, and you know, we went from the comic strip to the cartoon show that a lot of us,
it's a good one.
you know, millennials and Gen Xers grew up watching. And it was good, but like there are defining characteristics for Garfield from that show. Okay? So he's a lot less active. This whole movie, he's just like he's on like this huge journey. And it's like, why is he so active? Like he's supposed to be just like this lazy
lasagna
cat
man
that just like eats lasagna all day and kicks Odie off the table. But like we're dealing with him like going on this crazy adventure, and like him and Odie like seem to get along really well. Like John has nothing to do with any of this. I mean, like, yeah, sure. In the show, I guess he wasn't, you know, in the cartoon he wasn't really around all the time. But it's still kind of like, I don't know. It feels wrong. And it's not just that, but it's like when you really start getting into the movie, you find that this whole like the main plot of the movie is it centers around this revenge plot because of like this bad deal or something. I can't remember the exact details, but it's like Garfield's dad gets into some bad like dealings because he's part
like
of this
criminal.
Yeah, he's like this
kitty cat criminal underworld.
He's like a cat, crime boss or something. So
yeah,
you know, he gets into this deal with this other cat,
Jinx,
and basically like she takes the fall for it, and you know, basically she just wants revenge. But like Garfield has nothing to do with it,
what
other
the fuck
than
does Garfield care about this? He hates his dad. He thinks his dad abandoned
exactly
him, which he kind of didn't. But you know,
so
he's entitled to those feelings.
I guess it's just Jinx decides upon herself to involve Garfield in this. So like Garfield gets dragged into this unnecessary murder plot that also involves like some kind of weird cow romance. That's
cow
going on.
romance, guys. Guys, it's so troubling. Children don't need to know about cows falling in love. Children don't need to have a cow sex scene. There's an implied cow sex scene in this film.
They play Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. I'll give the animation, I guess, credit, because it wasn't bad. It's like a 3D animation kind of style, kind of Pixar-ish.
Milk heist?
Yeah, there's like a milk heist too. So it's, I don't know, it's just it's kind of a mess. Well, I guess kind of is like also being...
Go in on him, don't hold back.
Look, I'm just tired of it. I'm just so tired of Garfield. I really am. It was hard to watch the second time. Like the first time it was like just confusing. Okay. It just took a lot to get through. I mean, like it takes a lot of energy. So like, I don't know. If you have, I'm sure it's fine. Like it did make the money that it did. What is it? $1.3 billion.
It can distract a child.
It can distract children. It's light enough for people who aren't in, you know, like have never had any, like experience with Garfield, like over, you know, I don't know, like parts of their childhood. If it's not meaningful to them from like some other point in their life, then fine, whatever. Let them watch the, you know, animated movie. It'll be a good family time movie, I guess. It's fine for that because you don't really have to pay attention to it, and there's goofy stuff happening all the time. So yeah, I mean, I guess in that context, it's fine. But just if you want a Garfield movie and you respect, I guess, like the classic Garfield and like who the character is, then I don't know if you want to watch this. So I think for me, I'll stop there and I'll give my rating. I would say for quality, I'll give it a I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Oh, I would give quality a 2. Now, that's balancing out it looking pretty decent with the script being crazy. Yeah. And what would be your score for enjoyment?
Enjoyment, I'm going to have to say, at least for me, it was a 1. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know enough about Garfield to know that this isn't Garfield, so it bothered me, and I think it was just confusing. I mean, like, you know, like I was saying, like, a lot of the plot is just, like, unnecessary, and I get they're trying to, like, run jokes or whatever, but, I don't know, it's just tiring after a while, you know? It's just, like, definitely one of those movies where it feels like they're just throwing whatever, like, shit they can at the wall and seeing whatever sticks. Like, it doesn't feel like well thought out. I feel like, I don't know. I want to see the Bill Murray ones now because I heard they're actually not bad, or they're maybe even good. So I mean, I don't know. I only found this out like a few months ago, but I didn't know that, like, when they found the voice actor for Garfield and Friends, they initially they want him to sound like Bill Murray.
I thought he sounded Bill Murray.
Yeah, so it was cool that they got him to do the other movies. So I think I'll have to check those out. But I just have to say that, like, I don't know. It's just, this movie is just, yeah, it's a hot mess, man.
I'm going to give it a 1 as well. But I did enjoy the cute baby Garfield sections at the beginning. So, and I like that the dude from What We Do in the Shadow got paid for making dog noises. Oh my God. And this blew my goddamn mind. So I'm a connoisseur of Hong Kong action movies. And when the credits came up and it was listing like all the production companies, one of them was One Cool. And I'm like, what? One Cool is Louis Koo's production company.
Louis Koo.
Louis Koo, who I'll put here or here. This guy, Louis Koo. Here's him with blood on his face. Maybe here I'll superimpose him fighting people. I might not. My editing skills are so-so. But he's like a Hong Kong superstar who is in like all these like super classic movies. I mean, like he's in the election movies. And here's the thing. This is not the first time this has come up for him. He also produced the Marmaduke movie.
They just want to have like they want to corner the market on all the comic strip,
I guess,
franchise movies. Do you think
kind of
Louis Koo is trying to create the comic strip cinematic universe?
Ooh, you know what I just thought of?
Can we get like Kathy? I wonder if he would do a Kathy movie.
Oh my God.
Doonesbury?
So Louis Koo is famous for his dark tan. What if he's making an orange animated cinematic universe to try to promote the cause of people being slightly orange tinged? I don't know. But yeah, Louis Koo, shout out to you. You do great work. Let's have election 3. Get together with Johnny Toe, please. And please don't make more of these.
Oh.
But it's good for the Hong Kong film industry. But don't do it. So I guess closing things out, Sushi, do you want to do like any final rants? Is there anything that you need to purge from your soul to get this unpleasant movie experience out of you?
This movie needed at least 200% more normal.
Normal! There was no normal! Well, I guess...
Oh, and then also insert Garfield suction cup plush image here.
This is Garfield clinging onto his legacy despite the movie. So I guess that's as good a place to end as any. Thank you for watching. No thank you to Garfield. Sort of thank you to Louis Koo for promoting, the film industry. But god damn it, Louis Koo, I expected more from you. And thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Laughter in the air, friendships touch. Movies and delights, we'll share so much.
Let's enjoy this side.